What's up, y'all? This is Cloud14 or Cloud15 if you know me from YouTube. On this tutorial number 2, which really isn't a tutorial. If you guys know the basics of Game Maker, all I'm gonna teach you guys is what's what. Open up Game Maker and it should be like this. Yes, I have Lite right now, not installed. I don't have Pro installed yet, but like I have it on my other computer, but I put Lite so it's easier for me to see what things you guys can do and can't do for future tutorials. But for now, basic beginners in this program will not know what the hell to do. As always, you have these folders right here: sprites, sounds, backgrounds, path, scripts, fonts, timelines, objects, and rooms. Game information is, for example, you double click on it and it opens this little window right here. You type whatever the hell you want. This helps you. And whenever you're in game, you basically press F1, which usually brings up a help thing, but instead it brings up what you wrote here in its own little window. So we got that down. Sprites. Sprites is what you always need. You'll need sprites to make little characters and such. So you right click on the folder sprites, you click add sprite, and then you click edit sprite or load sprite. Edit sprite brings you to this little window right here. You click on this and press OK. There you go. You have a sprite. Although it's transparent, so yeah, you can if you have Photoshop CS4 or CS5, whatever, you can make images in there and then bring them into Game Maker because they work. But yeah, you draw whatever you like. All right, and there you go, sprite. Oops. Press the green button. You're always gonna need a sprite for most of the things. You don't always, require it, but you will require an object and a room. Sprites, objects, and room are the basic necessities for creating a game. Right-click on rooms and create a room. The room is basically your game. As you can see, I have nothing I can use in any of these settings right here. So what you want to do, your tab that says objects is already going to be set, and you can't select anything because you guys don't have anything in the objects tab or the objects folder. Right click on the objects folder and click on create object. Set the name to whatever you want, and as you can see, you have a sprite. Sprite will go to whatever sprite you want up here. Click on this little icon right here, and there you go. You see your sprite that's up here in here. Press OK. And as you can see, whenever you left click on the objects in the objects tab on the gray section, you select your object. You can place them there and you see them there. If you ever want to debug your program, or if you wanted to see what your program looks like, you press the little green button or F5. I think F5 does it. I'm not sure. I can't remember that well. You press play, and there you go. If you were to press F1 while your game was running, it brings up the little help menu that I showed you before. Press escape to exit out of that menu, and then press escape again to exit out the game. So basically, you already know what an object is. An object is basically an object that can be programmed. You click add event, and you have all these little events that you can add to to your little object, and then from those events you can add actions. For example, if the person presses the left key, you want the person or the little guy to move at a -5 speed. Why -5 speed? Because you can see the arrow on this icon is pointing to the right. So the opposite of 5 would be -5, which makes the person move towards the left. You get me? So if we were to go and test the game right now, and then press the left key, he moves to the left. Alright, so now you guys know what an object hopefully is. Hopefully I explained it well enough, or basically enough, because we're going to be learning a lot more later on. Timelines. Timelines are a pain. I don't like to use timelines much, but timelines are used a lot in games, for example, that resemble Guitar Hero or any of those type of games. Fonts, you add fonts basically to your game, and then you can load them up in objects whenever you're drawing. Scripts, you can make your own scripts with arguments that you can use in objects, or you can use scripts to load up DLLs, which are dynamic link libraries. I think that's what they were called. Into your game. Paths, you create a path for an object. For example, if you're making an airplane game, you can have a little path for the airplanes. You can have it closed or curved, such things that are required. Backgrounds, of course, you should know what background is. Click load on background, or you can click on edit background to create your own. Whenever you install GameMaker, though, you have a little set of backgrounds already, like a preset. And then you click OK. To add a background to your room, you go to Backgrounds tab, and then you click on this little icon right here, and then select the background. If you don't want it, just go back, click on the icon, and then no background. Sounds are, of course, what you want to hear. GameMaker also brings a little preset library of sounds and the preset library of sprites, which we might actually use in the future in our next tutorials. They have little... that's pretty cool. Actually, we might make a game like this. Never knew they had those. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I know what we're gonna make. We're gonna make a freaking paddle game, too. Cool. Alright. Well, hopefully I taught you guys the basics on each thing. And expect to have the tutorials 2? No, tutorials 3 through 10 showing you basic things for GameMaker. Once we get to tutorial 10, I want you guys, that's when the challenge will be released, and then you guys do what you guys do and show me who's best. So yeah, peace out, and hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully it helped you at all, and bye.